Oh, look, we didn't play our best footy tonight, and I thought Richmond were very good, particularly up until about halfway through that third quarter. They probably definitely had the better of the game. But off the back of some really good tackling in that third quarter and the second half, I think we got ourselves back into the game. Oh, look, you can't put it down to one or two things, because I think the game, there's a lot of things that contribute to the game, but definitely after half time, we had 58 tackles after half time, and that's an outstanding number of tackles. We got ourselves back in the contested footy a bit, but Richmond, to their credit, were terrific in that contested footy area all night, and I thought that they came out obviously to play hard, and they did. And we probably weren't as good in the second quarter and third quarter, first half of third quarter, as we would have liked, but we hung in the game and worked our way through it. So it's another learning experience for us, how to hang in a game when you're not playing great, and win a game when things weren't going exactly as you would have liked.
Was there ever a stage in that third quarter where you thought, geez, we're just about gone? Did you always think that you were doing enough to sort of keep it on a short enough watch?
Yeah, I think when they get almost 4 goals in front, 22 points in front at one stage. So, another goal, you start to worry. But it's interesting, you get criticised for losing 5 games, and as you should, but out of losses like that, you need to learn a lot. And I thought that the Geelong game we learnt, in the Geelong game, we learnt those 5 weeks how to use the ball better, and that came out in the Geelong game. And this week, it was more about how to hang in a game when things aren't going the way you want them to go. And if you can learn out of losses, they're really beneficial. And I think that's why this week was very pleasing, because we didn't play great footy, but we still were able to come back and hang around the game.
It did follow a pretty similar path to the last time we played the Tigers until that sort of last bracket of goals before 3/4 time. Did you change anything there, or as you say, learn from something? Did you learn out of that round 9 game?
I think our players learnt. It's all very well for the coaches to learn, but your players have to learn and act out what you want them to do. And what they learnt tonight, what they've been learning over this year, is when things don't go your own way, you've got to hang in the game. And we did that well, and when you get your opportunities, we took them. So the most pleasing part, as I've said, is just hang in the game and work hard, and things will turn. It did.
To finish sort of full of running as well, was that good? That looked like that freshened up a little bit.
What, during the game? It did look like that a bit.
Those losses at times
Yeah.
looked like they were sort of running through them at times, but are they freshened up physically after that sort of
Yeah, maybe, but I think what happens when you start to, some players, Hocking and Howlett and Monfries and Zaharaka start to get their hand on the ball and lead from the front with their teammates, and Hurley starts to create a goal. People run on top of the ground a bit more as well. No doubt we had run in the second half, but I felt in the first half we were pretty flat. So I'm new to this game, but the biorhythms, or the ups and downs of players and how they feel and how they come up for a game each week is something that, if you could bottle that, be really important.
How's it about Hurley's game? He obviously started really well, but then continued on without getting that big knee in the ribs.
Yeah, we thought that we needed a focal point a little bit more in that half of that third quarter, so we tried to get Michael up into the forward line and took a bit of a punt that we could handle their forward line after the third quarter. And Michael did a fantastic job all night, forward and back, created a couple of goals for us, stopped goals all night. And as I've said, a number of times, if Michael's playing in the back line, he's terrific for us. He's playing in the midfield, he'd be terrific for us. He plays the forward line, he's terrific for us. And I can't speak highly enough of Michael Hurley and the character of person he is.
You made mention of winning at the G, being over a year
Well, it's important to win at the G because we play a fair share of games here, and also it's just a great place to play football. And if you want to be a good football team, you've got to be a good MCG football team. And the great thing about the G is it provides a role for inside players, provides a role for outside players, provides a role for marking forwards. It's a perfect size to play football on. And it has been disappointing that we haven't won at the G so far this year. So it was important for the players to win at the MCG. And I know Dyson Heppel, Stuart Cramry, Kyle Hardingham, Michael Hibbard, who hadn't won at the G, were very excited in there tonight after winning at the MCG.
Just overall,
Yeah, well, that's what's that? Our second. I think we won at the Gabba as well, and won the G. So yeah, it is good. And look, you've got to play slightly different teams, I believe, at Etihad to other grounds, and in the bigger grounds. You need the ability to run, and I thought our run tonight was a lot better, and particularly in the second half, than it had been at the G so far this year.
Collier and Hocking okay?
Yeah, Buddha's just had a knee in the back, a knee in the glute, sorry, and he should come up. Collier's a strange one. Got a knock in the head. Said he was fine, no concussion, but just didn't feel great. And concussion test was all good, so we're all happy with that. But if he didn't feel good, we just decided that it's the right time to make a move and make the sub. And he was playing pretty well. Played really well last week, so it was disappointing for us, but you've got to look after a player's head, and we've got no doubt he'll be fine next week, but just be careful with the head.
And just a corky for Hocking?
A corky on the glute, which can be pretty sore if it's a big one, and he should come up. But we've got 6 days, and we head over to Adelaide for a big game for our footy club.
Any injuries?
We don't think so. Hurl's obviously got a big hit. Collier, and I think there's some very sore boys in there. Jakey Melksham seemed to roll his ankle at half time in the warm-up inside, which is never great, but nothing that'll stop guys from playing.